Weapon Log 5. The Rocket Launcher. Data. Another weapon that used to be an industrial tool, as is visible from it and the railcannon's more vibrant color schemes compared to guns such as the revolver, shotgun, and the nailgun, which uses a bullet weapon as its base. As with most advanced technologies, it was originally created for use in war, as its explosive generating system was extremely fast at digging trenches, destroying obstacles, or resupplying explosive weapons. However, this tool itself could not be used as a launcher. Early models doubled as weapons, but including the systems for triggering the explosives often caused accidental chemical reactions during their generation process, detonating the explosives before they had been completed. Since then, the process has been split in two between the generating device and a separate rocket launcher, where the explosives generator builds the rest of a rocket and the rocket launcher applies the triggering mechanism. As machines rarely have the luxury of cooperation due to sharing blood with others being seen as waste, the machine that created this weapon instead modified the generation process to work with just a single user and repurposed parts from a jackhammer for launching the projectile. Instead of using a normal explosion triggering mechanism, the rockets instead use the blood of the target to complete the chemical reaction, making the generation process safe, though the weapon is more difficult to use as it requires direct hits to cause damage. The skill required for effective use makes it daunting, though its power more than makes up for it, and many of its wielders specifically choose to use it as a symbol of their skill at marksmanship. Strategy. Rockets only cause a damage-dealing explosion when hitting a living target directly, but missing on purpose can be used to launch an enemy into the air, since a direct hit on a falling enemy causes a larger, more damaging explosion. The launcher requires very little preparation to be used, meaning it can be pulled out, fired, and put back away to deal a quick burst of extra damage in the middle of another weapon switching combo. Rockets are pulled by the magnet nailgun's magnets, though not as strongly as nails. The accuracy of the tracking can be increased by freezing rockets with the freeze frame variation. When hit with the whiplash, a rocket can be attached to the spear without stopping the throw. If the spear doesn't collide with anything else, the rocket will be pulled back with it, exploding on collision with the user. The cannonballs from the SRS cannon can be punched to launch them with greater force, shot with a hit-scan weapon for an explosion, or dropped onto the ground to launch enemies. Advanced strategy. Light enemies will be airborne when pulled by the whiplash, making them very easy targets to hit for the falling enemy explosion bonus. However, this requires a lot of distance from the target if the user wishes to avoid the explosion's increased radius. Some machines, such as V1, are light enough to ride a rocket. This can be achieved by freezing a rocket with the freeze frame variation and jumping onto it. Even with the low weight, the rocket will eventually lose power, causing it to drop gradually. But when underwater, V1 is light enough to not cause this drop. Although the cannonballs from the SRS cannon variation can be punched the moment they've been launched, they will have greater durability if punched after they bounced off an enemy. End of weapon log.